Oh, okay, I'm here really late. So, my boy Mayo is playing against my buddy Ultraplayer here. What's up, Ultra? Give me a second, I'm gonna try and get Mayo's team real quick. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is Mayo's team. So we have Refresh, Offensive Swampert, we have AV Torn, Specs Kingdra, Bulk Up, Iron Z, Zero Aura, Fat Pelly, and Aya Papa Berry Pharaoh. So, hold on, let's go back to the first turn real quick here. Hold on, this is like super late, I'm sorry. So, he led Nito, Mayo led Pelipper, in comes Pharaoh on the sunny day, okay. And then he switches into Torn on the Thunderbolt, unfortunately gets critted. Oh, that is actually really annoying. How do you get a crit here, turn 2? So at this point, the score for this week is currently 3-1. It is the 5-11s against God's best gift to the APA. I don't know, God's best something. I don't really know. But yeah, actually, while we're waiting here, if you guys watched my previous upload, then you will know who we are facing. Hold on, is it matchups? I want to say it's matchups, yeah. So where is it? It's somewhere around here. I have so many things running in the background. Yeah, God's blessing to the APA, which is Ultraplayer against my boy Mayo here. So if we win this game, then we win the entire week. But if Ultra wins, then we tie the matchup. Not tie the matchup, sorry. If Ultra wins, then it goes 3-2, which means we still need one more win to hopefully pull out the victory here for this week. So let's see what he wants to do here. So Thunderbolt on the Swamper switch in as Mayo doubles into the Pelipper, as in comes the Volbeat. Ultra has no water resist, which is a little surprising. He had a Greninja on his team. Let me double check Mayo's team real quick. Yeah, Mayo had Greninja and Decidueye as his last two mons, and neither of them were brought to this game, which is very interesting. So Hurricane does a good amount of damage to the Volbeat here. I think in Sun, Hurricane's accuracy is actually lowered. Right? It goes from 70 to 50. So, Mayo makes a good play here. Goes for the U-turn on the switch into the Registeel. And he's going to decide to bring in the Swampert. So, I don't really think Registeel has anything to touch Mega Swampert with. Although Registeel is very bulky, so it could very easily live in Earthquake here. But even if he has something like HP Grass, it's not going to be doing entirely too much to the Swampert, as Mayo most likely is just going to stay in here. Goes for... Oh my god! What? Why did that just do 54% to a Licky? Good god. I did not think Licky would just be straight to a KO here. So obviously the issue with this turn is that if Ultra has Protect, he definitely goes for Protect here. But that means that Mayo can either switch out, but then again, if Mayo does switch out on the Protect, it just gives Licky another turn to go for Protect. So it's a bit of a tricky turn here. This is actually where if Mayo had sub over Refresh, it would be really handy potentially, because he could just stay in and keep spamming the Earthquake. Or he could spam Power Up Punch if he had that as his final move. So I wonder what he's going to do here. So Mayo switches into the Pelipper as Ultra just goes straight for the Wish. Okay, maybe it was a damage roll on whether or not Earthquake would have knocked out Pelipper. Not Pelipper, sorry, Licky. But he decides to go for the U-turn as he then body slams the incoming Ferrothorn, takes the chip damage, but he will gain back the Wish. So yeah, Licky is a little bit annoying just because Mayo does not have a fighting type on his team. As in comes the Volbeat, he then reveals to have the Roost on the Gyro Ball, which unfortunately does not do that much damage. I don't remember if he's got Leech Seed on this, does he? Let me see. No, he does not have Leech Seed, but he does have Dual Hazards. However, though, Volbeat reveals to have the Defog, so that is a little bit annoying. just because Prankster and Prankster is a bit of an issue. But honestly, in this scenario, Pelipper can just kind of click Scald for free, right? No, okay, so yeah, Mayo ends up going for the U-turn here. That's a good play. Maybe he thought that Volbeat would go for the Sunny Day, which is not a bad prediction on Mayo's end at all, as Registeel reveals to have the Protect. That could actually be a little bit annoying, honestly, but Swampert can still just kind of click Earthquake. If you look at Ultra's team, his only real switch into Earthquake is the Volbeat, which we've seen 3 moves from the Volbeat as it is. So yeah, this is not going to appreciate switching into Swampert at all. That still did a good 30%. I don't know, I felt like Mayo could have gone for Waterfall in that scenario, honestly, just because the switch out was a little bit obvious. But then again, I guess Earthquake does do more damage to whatever does come in. I don't know. It really isn't that big of an issue, I suppose. But if Mayo wants to, he can stay in here and potentially go for another Waterfall, or maybe Earthquake, expecting the switch, but he decides to bring in the Tornadus, which is actually really good for Mayo because this gives him the chance to go ahead and regain back some more HP on Tornadus. Man, a part of me is so upset. Throughout the entirety of 6 and 7 gen, I've never got to use Tornadus Therian, and it honestly seems like such an annoying Pokemon to try and deal with, and it's one of the mons I've been wanting to use for a while now, but I just have not been able to. So I don't know, hopefully Mayo here can make it put in some work. So I don't remember if Tornadus had the Hurricane or not, but he's going to decide to make an aggressive switch into the Zeraora here. Let's check Tornadus. Actually, he did have the U-turn. I'm not sure why he didn't just go for U-turn then. So Registeel reveals to have the Seismic Toss, which does seem a little bit annoying, just because this Zeraora actually does not have close combat. It's got Knockoff, Iron Tail, and Plasma Fist, as he is able to knock off the leftovers on the Registeel, which is honestly very handy because now that kind of makes Protect a little bit less useful for Zeraora, as in comes the Nidoqueen. I don't know if a Z move knocks him out here. Does it? Oh my god, it just died. Wow, okay, this is huge. So yeah, Zeraora right now is in a pretty good spot. Ultra could either bring in the potential Lickilicky, he can bring in Tapu Koko as well, maybe, just because it does potentially outspeed Zeraora. Does it? Okay, no, never mind. Zeraora is running max speed Adamant. I don't know if that outspeeds max speed Timid Koko though, but if he's max speed Timid Koko, there's a chance he might not be max special attack. Potentially, the only real speed that Koko needs is for Tornadus, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check here real quickly. Where is Mayo? I'm checking on my phone. So yeah, the only real thing that Zeraora needed to outspeed was Tornadus. So I'm not sure if Adamant Zera outspeeds Koko if he's creeping Tornadus or not, but at +1 he is a really big threat to Ultra's team because he just lost his Electric Resist, and even if Tapu Koko comes in, if Zeraora is able to live the hit, it's in electric terrain, so it doesn't matter if his Tapu Koko is an electric type. Zeraora's Plasma Fist is going to be boosted. So this is a bit of a predicament for Ultra to try and get out of, potentially, especially with Volbeat being at now 85%. This match has been going really fast. Holy crap. So in comes the Gallade. I would want to say that Zeraora lives a hit from Gallade. Why would he bring in Gallade? I'm pretty positive that Zeraora outspeeds Gallade, honestly. Maybe if he's max HP, he lives a hit? That's like the only thing right now that I could see Gallade potentially living. So he goes for the Plasma Fist. It does 75% as he goes for the close combat. Unfortunately, Zeraora does go down, but Gallade has been weakened. Nidoqueen is gone. The Volbeat is also pretty low. Registeel does not have leftovers anymore. Lickilicky is still looking like a bit of a nuisance, honestly, as in comes the Tornadus. Do you go for the Hurricane here, or do you potentially U-turn expecting the switch? I feel so anxious and so nervous when I see Hurricane on any type of Pokemon, honestly, because the rain isn't up. If he goes for Hurricane and he misses, that's absolutely terrible, as in comes the Registeel. But Mayo does make the better play here, goes for the U-turn as Registeel comes in. He can now most likely bring in the Pelipper just to get the rain back up, and then that way he can spam Hurricane a little bit easier, or honestly he can just bring in Swampert. And if I was Mayo, I would probably click Waterfall here, because we already saw earlier that Volbeat was his switch in to the Swampert. So if he decides to go for the Waterfall here, there is a good chance that he could 2-hit KO the the Volbeat potentially. Although he does have Prankster Roost, so maybe it could still live 2 hits. I don't know. I guess Earthquake here is really no drawback if Volbeat can still switch in and easily tank 2 Waterfalls, I suppose. Again, this is where Power Up Punch would be really, really handy. So does he Earthquake? Does he Earthquake? No, he Waterfalls. I mean, honestly, that was a fine play on Mayo's end, but it turns out that Ultra misclicked. What? I don't know, bro. Sounds like excuses to me. Let me see. Here, let's put the lying emote real quick. So I don't know. I feel like Earthquake there would have been better, as in comes the Ferrothorn on the Volbeat switch in. So Sunny Day, Roost, Defog. What is the final move on this Volbeat? I figure it's gotta be like Bug Buzz, most likely, right? No, it's Seismic Toss. What, Nani? Why does this learn Seismic Toss? Actually, that's a pretty good move for Volbeat to have in this game, just because it does hit everything for an instant 100 points of damage. So back to the U-turn into the Swampert. Down goes the Registeel on the Earthquake, as in comes the Licky. I don't think this Licky would have something like Power Whip potentially. He's got Wish, Body Slam. He's got to have Protect. I would bet money that he has Protect, most likely. As in comes the Tornadus on the Wish here, but he goes for the Body Slam. No Para, which is nice, and Mayo does get a little bit lucky here with the Poison, but now this makes Licky a bit less of an issue to deal with. I don't know if I would stay in here again. Yeah, the fact that Ultra is just spamming Body Slam is honestly really annoying. So it's pretty good that Mayo did not get paralyzed here, because this would mean that Tornadus could not outspeed the Gallade later in the battle. And right now Mayo is in a pretty good position. Again, guys, if we win this battle right here, basically if Mayo wins this game, then my team, the 511s, win this week, because we are currently 3-1. So if Mayo wins this, that puts us 4-1, and that means that we win the week. So Licky goes for the Wish. Maybe this Licky does not have the Heal Bell. That would make sense, I suppose, as he does reveal to have the Protect. Okay, that was pretty obvious, I think. Wish, Body Slam, Protect makes a lot of sense, as he goes for another Protect, and Kingdra decides to go for the Hydro Pump. This is Specs Kingdra, and it is in the rain. It just died. Oh my god, it just died. What? I did not think that would one-shot, and that still does 45% to the Volbeat, which is actually pretty good damage if you really think about it. So Volbeat goes for the Seismic Toss on the switch into the Tornadus. If Mayo is a madman, he can definitely go for the Hurricane here, although U-turn makes a lot of sense as well, as he unfortunately misses the Hurricane. Again, if I'm not mistaken, Hurricane in Sun is 50 accuracy, so it's really not that big of an issue, or that big of a problem that he missed here. So I think he definitely wants to U-turn here, but he actually stays in, as Volbeat goes for another Seismic Toss. And even if Volbeat goes for the Sunny Day, yeah, Pelipper and Hurricane. I don't know, if I was Mayo, I feel like Scald here probably would have been a little bit better. Even though it is weakened in the sun, it still does good damage to the Volbeat, and you can always fish for the burn. And Volbeat does not have leftovers, so I don't know why he's not going for the Scald. He's banking on the 50% Hurricane here. Scald! Just Scald, please! I don't know. Again, like, I would guarantee the damage with Scald over Hurricaning there. So in comes the Coco. Unfortunately, does not do too much to Ferrothorn, but it does get the 10% paralysis as Gyro Ball murders the incoming Gallade, and then Ultraplayer is down to Coco in Volbeat. So this is looking a little bit bad for Ultraplayer, as he's going to activate the 50% berry for the Ferrothorn, and he's going to be able to get up the rocks here. So I don't see how Ultra can honestly win this game. Like, yeah, he can defog here, but go for the Scald. Oh my god, Mayo, please. Mayo, just go for the Scald. What are you doing? Just Scald. Just fucking Scald. Stop going for the Hurricane. It's not that important. Just go for the Scald. I really just fucking Mayo, I swear. Oh my god, just fucking go for the Scald. Just go for the Scald, please. So it finally hits the Hurricane. Oh, but it only took like 5 or 6 Hurricanes. So yeah, at this point, I'm pretty sure the match is basically over. Is that really like that much of a problem? Why does he have Z electric terrain? Actually, hold on. Is that a problem? I guess if Pharaoh gets fully paralyzed, it might be a problem. So he gets the rain back up. Ferrothorn should live here. Oh god, that does nothing. Yeah. So hey, we're able to win week number 4. Good game to Mayo. Good game to my boy Ultra and to my homie Aaron2420. Ultraplayer and Aaron are the coaches of the team that we just faced, but now we're able to win the week 4-1, and that is awesome. So we are going into week number 5 3-1, which is even better. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this, hit that thumbs up button down below, and with that being said, I will see you all next week or tomorrow for sure. So later, everybody.
Because my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping.